Let's see. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Mo and I are here. Draft lottery. We're gonna update it like this. Uh, got a little time to wait, a little 15 minutes for people to trickle in, see what's going on. But the Cooper Flagg sweepstakes is almost here, Mo.
It is right around the corner. Have a lot of teams tied for that one seed. So we'll see. And we've seen crazier lotteries in previous years. So honestly, don't know, man. I'm kind of glad we have this time before to, kind of break down some of these teams, maybe see where we think he would fit best. But
yeah, man.
it's this lottery is huge. Even the 2, 3, 4. This is a loaded class, so every one of these reactions kind of matter, and rankings, I should say, matter. So we'll see what we got here in a little bit.
That's the thing too. I love that you hit on that. Is it's not just Cooper Flagg. Like it's obviously he's the number one. You want the number one overall pick. You want Cooper Flagg, but
absolutely.
This is a great class, man. The biggest thing too is like a team like the Jazz, Hornets, or Wizards who have the tied for the best odds for one. The big thing for them, they don't want to fall to like 6. Not that they won't get a good player, but you want to get a premier player in this class.
You want to get what you paid for by being trash the last season. Like you definitely don't want to slide out of that. It would suck to be vying for that one and not get it, but as long as you land 2, 3 where you're supposed to, it's all right. But we'll see, man. As I said, we've seen crazier lotteries, so
we definitely have. I think too, like you even think about last year when the Atlanta Hawks jumped all the way to 1 for Zachary Risache. Like we could see that this year. Yeah, anything is possible. Just because you're tied for the highest odds, that does not mean that you're going to end up securing a top pick. So
100%.
It's going to be interesting, man. We're in for a great lottery here, hopefully. I'm going to confirm real quick that we are live, that the sound is working. We've never done it through Restream. Cool. I hear
we're good.
Both of us, so we're good to go.
Let's live. Do it. I'm getting my computer pulled up with the video itself, which maybe down the line if we can do this more often and start a Patreon and everyone could watch along with us, that would be great. But till then, we have a perfect tier maker here. We're working with what we got.
Yep. I'll go to, as it goes on, it'll go from 14 to 1. So the first team I put up is going to be the 14th pick, not the first. Obviously, anyone tuning into this will already know that, and anyone seeing it in the past who wants to see our reaction, you'll already know the results. So I think it'll be fun. Mo and I haven't been live since, the NBA draft last year.
Yeah,
like
I think it's been almost a year. Yeah, which is crazy. Would love to do this. Would love to do this a little more. We've been hoping for a Game 7 stream, just a little teaser if we can get on the right schedule. I know there's been a couple already in the playoffs, but schedules this time of the year, it's tough. But we're gonna make it happen one of these days. A little Game 7.
Yeah, and the great thing too is like we have missed a couple Game 7s, but they've sucked. So we would have caught off. We would have gotten off earlier anyways, strictly out of like, no, I'm not gonna spend my time.
This is we're wasting your time. We're wasting our time.
Yeah, what kind of reactions do you think you're gonna get when a team is destroying another team by 50? Like that's not fun for anyone.
Not an enjoyable watch for sure.
No, at all. So I'm excited, man. We've got both the lottery.
Got our Celtics merch. Got our we got us locked in for
Yeah.
Big season deciding game, to say the least.
You know, it is it's do or die. There's really no other way around it. It's do or die. We either win tonight and stay afloat and go back to Boston with some hope, or
Yep.
or we drop it and it's over. So,
and the season's done. But
yeah.
Man, the Cavs just
Crazy.
Sickening. It is.
It is, man. Just
that man, Anthony
boring.
Edwards. Yeah, straight boring. He was, dude, that dunk. I know it's when I say that dunk, I'm sure people think of many dunks in his recent memory, but the most recent one, that, oh my gosh, man, he continues to amaze me day in, day out with his athleticism. I'm gonna close this 1 second. Apologies.
Yeah.
But it's a treat to watch. It truly is.
It really is, man. And his progression too, like we saw it this summer of getting that time with Steph Curry and then saying that he really wants to model his game more with Lillard in mind and start to incorporate that 3-point shooting. Like we've seen it already. Like it's his ability to just adapt a skill on the fly is crazy. Like he's out of this world, man.
Yeah. And he's
he's
had some ups and downs too. It hasn't been all rainbows and butterflies, but when they've needed him to step up these playoffs, he's hooped, man. It's a treat, like I said.
Yeah. He's great, man. And it's so crazy too. Like I remember our very first Q&A on the channel. We had someone who was like, Anthony Edwards is going to go down top 10 all time. And we were like, all right, listen, we're top 10 is crazy. Is it anything is possible? Anything is possible. He's off to a great start to his career. I'm not going to say he can't do it because I think he's one of the few players playing that can, but that top 10, bro, like that's the upper echelon of NBA players all time. So
yeah, that's the Mount Rushmore. That's the
like that's rare air. You if you're there, you're one of the greatest like tier 1 player all time. So we'll see. But I had that anytime I see Anthony Edwards, that I think of that now of someone saying that. But
bro,
we'll see.
But we will see, dude. Jumping back to this lottery before we get these answers. Who do you think is gonna get the number 1 pick? Let's start there.
Ooh, who do I think is gonna get the pick? I've been thinking about this. I would love the Wizards to get the first overall pick because they're building a great team. They've drafted really well. We've given them their flowers of hitting the rebuild button by trading Porzingis, Beal, obviously John Wall. That era being put in the past. We now get to see what they are, and they've drafted very efficiently. I think what they're building in Washington is solid. Am I saying they're going to win a title in the next 5 years? No, I don't think so. But I think Cooper Flagg going there, you would feel confident that he's going to a good team that can, win. The only negative for me, and I bet you echo the same thing as a Celtics fan, I don't want him in the East. I don't want Cooper Flagg in the Eastern Conference if I don't have to deal with him. I would also love Houston. If the Rockets, it gets real interesting.
So, for reference, Zay mentioned this earlier, but Jazz, Wizards, Hornets tied for that 1 spot at 14%.
Yep.
After that, Pelicans at 12.5.
Mm-hmm.
Then the 76ers at 10.5, which I know we talked about it, but the pick will go to OKC in what is it, top 5? Is it
Let me
top
pull up
10?
Tankathon.
Yeah, that's a huge thing to know with the 76ers.
The Sixers need that pick.
They
Like,
need that bad. Like, yeah, even if they don't end up getting the number 1, they just need the pick badly. While Zay checks on that, following the 76ers, the Nets at 9%, Raptors at 7.5%, Spurs at 6%. Then the Phoenix Suns at 3.8%, but that pick is held by the Houston Rockets. And then the rest of these teams, Blazers, Mavs, Bulls, Kings, Hawks, rounding it out. I kind of want to say Washington for the same reasons you did. I think it would be cool for Utah. They've never had a number 1 overall pick since Donovan and Rudy got shipped off for good returns. They're, they haven't really hit exactly on the pick so far. They've gotten some good role pieces. They really need that guy to come in and get the ship on the right path. I feel like that would be my answer just because of that. But as you said, Houston would be unbelievable because they've been, doing it, I guess, the right way, so to speak. They built their talent over the last few years in-house. They made a couple big splashes in free agency last summer to get them into the playoffs. That would be sick. I'm sure Philly fans would love to see Cooper, take the torch from Embiid. That's my opinion. We'll see what happens there, but I feel like that would kind of be, the case, and you root for health, and maybe Embiid could be a factor in that, and they're a big 2, big 3 if PG could figure it out, big 4 if Maxey keeps going the way he's going. But the Spurs, dude, I mean, obviously the Spurs, like, that would just be so cheesy, but the Spurs would be unbelievable.
I wouldn't be mad.
I would be mad. That would be sick. Like, there would be probably riots and probably some, some major conspiracies, but it would be sick.
Real quick to the Sixers point, just so I can rattle that off.
Yes. Thank you.
The team has a 64% chance of picking anywhere from 1 to 6. If they get anywhere from 1 to 6, the pick is theirs. Philly makes the selection in this year's draft. Anything after 6 goes to the Thunder. So, Philly fans, you're really hoping, because I believe if I'm correct, because we did talk about this recently. I don't know if it was on video or not.
We did.
But
I feel like it was in a video. But anyway.
I do too. But anything after 6 goes to the Thunder. If the Sixers do keep their pick this year, you'd rather keep your pick, obviously. You want that top 6 pick. If you don't, you rattle. I believe next year's pick is unprotected. So that's scary, but your hope is you're healthier. PG bounces back, Embiid bounces back. You get a top 6 pick who can give you something. Jared McCain can come in and stay on that hot start he had. But that's what we're looking at there. So that's a big, big, big storyline in this draft is the Sixers. What are they going to do? I'm someone who loves drama. I love drama. So if they were to jump up to 1, I'm curious. What does that look like? Do they say, okay, we want Jared McCain, Tyrese Maxey, Cooper Flagg, Embiid? we're willing to roll out next year, but we're also not saying we won't pull the trigger on a trade. Like, I don't think they would, because if you get Flagg, you feel like, hey, we can win one with this team. But the drama's interesting. The Rockets, who are a big trade destination for Durant, if they get Cooper Flagg, do they want Durant? Does that make them want him more? Like, there's so many variables.
This is crazy. It's just the age for me. If I'm the Rockets, I am 100% rooting for the Cooper Flagg route. Because yes, as cool as it would be to have KD, you got him what? 2-3 seasons max where he's still, performing how he can. If you get Cooper, man, you're going to be a force in the West for 10 to 15 years. So,
and the draft is now, the lottery is now underway, so we're going to shift our focus to that, but I'm with you, man. Durant is the second option. And I think for the Rockets, the benefit of if they slide a couple picks, the Suns are still going to want that. Like, even if they slide to like 9, 10, 11, 12, the Suns need that pick. Like, it's not the end of the world, but it makes it easier, obviously, if you're able to get up there in that top 5. So we'll see, man. The lottery is here. What have we got
live? Dude, the fact that Duke is going to have probably 3 of their guys go in the top 10 in the lottery again after that just happened not so long ago with Zion and RJ and Cam.
Yeah.
But like it's crazy, man. We gotta wait 15 minutes for this. Okay. I get it. We gotta build it up.
They're doing some I put that back on mute.
Couple commercials.
But yeah, you know what? Oh, another interesting, dramatic kind of route that hasn't been talked about. What if Nico Harrison and the Dallas Mavericks land the first pick?
Yep, I didn't even read off what theirs was. 1.8%.
So, what were the Hawks last year? It was below 5%, right?
It had to have been. It was like I thought it was like 3.
Yeah, I do too. I think you're right. So it's possible. We literally saw it last year. Unlikely, yes. Possible, also yes. So dude, knowing Nico, the Mavs would land the first overall pick and he'd trade it for Durant. We need a win now move. We got to go all in. We don't have time to wait. AD's window is now. Kyrie is going to miss part of the year. We got to optimize our window. Durant, you're coming. Cooper Flagg, kick rocks.
Bro, I wouldn't put it past him.
I put nothing past him. I'm
trying.
Yeah.
Yep. It was only a 3% chance for the Hawks
callback
last year. Thank you.
Yeah, that's dude. And the Spurs have the Hawks pick this year too, so they have 2 lotto picks. Like,
man,
it's gonna get real interesting here with what these lottery teams do. Like, I love this. Definitely as early as next week would be down to do a mock draft video. At least for the lottery and talking about it. So, I'm not someone who likes putting out
Sorry. Who did you talk about for NBA players to during March Madness, collegiate players to watch? How many? Because I know I was just thinking back to who would be a lottery pick. I did Trey Johnson, I think.
Yeah, you did. You did, and he's
I did
lottery.
Knipple.
Yep.
I can't remember my last one. But that just popped into my head. Think about mock drafts and
I know I had VJ Edgecombe. I know that.
100%.
The Joe Few thing. Yeah, you had Knipple. Nikkei Clifford was another one.
Oh, yep. I wonder, is he still as touted to go in the lottery?
Yeah. I don't know about lottery, but I know
first round
stamped, like top 20 in that ballpark of late lottery, early 20s, I think is probably where he'll fall. I had Bennett Sturts, who is not a lottery guy, and then Boogie Fland was the other one who you talked about, and then Chase Hunter with Clemson, and we know how that Clemson discussion went, but
man.
Yeah, damn, and it's gonna be interesting. I love to The Ringer does like player comps. You can go through and look at who they have, and they have like bigger circles and smaller circles for like more likely and less likely. I think for Jeremiah Fears out of Oklahoma, they have on there like mom made pizza rolls James Harden. Like
insane.
Like very
low-key
early
facts. Yeah.
James, I'm not dude, Jeremiah Fears is one of my dogs in this draft.
He's gonna be
his offensive upside. I honestly somewhere like Dallas, I would love to see him go. I know defense is everything, but he fits that. He fits that kind of perfectly as a guy who could be a bucket with them.
Yeah.
So
slightly bigger guard.
Yeah.
It could be. At least taller, I should say, not strength wise, but he's just a bucket, man. As you said, that's a player that you can't really pass up. You can't teach those shots that he hits. That's just part of his game, you know.
Same with Trey Johnson. Like,
very similar type player.
I see a decent bit of Tyrese Maxey in his game. His offensive capabilities. He really is one of those guys where like he had NBA range at Texas. So what is range 5, 6, 7, 8 years? Like he's a guy I project pretty well. I love this draft, man, and I put out the video.
Good draft.
Yes. Deep. I saw today going through it, just doing some scouting stuff. They had Walter Clayton at 28 to the Celtics. I would love that. I love Walter Clayton.
I mean, we've been hitting on our guard picks the last few seasons. Why not just keep it going?
Man. Yeah, he's great, NBA ready, you know, caliber guard. So him going to a playoff team would be awesome. Where he could make an impact. But last year I talked about it, dude. I put out the video of last year's class being disrespected and underrated because there isn't a clear number one. And I'm glad. I think this year's class proved it. But obviously
100%.
the one we've got right now, you see the star power. It's way more full. So
way more deep, way more guys. I just feel like are gonna perform. Maybe not year 1, year 2, but they're gonna be solid pieces in the NBA at some point. I feel like this might be one of those drafts we look back on, and there's a lot of names deep in it that are like, yep, he's still a good role guy in this league. He's a great role player in this league. He's a stud in this league. Like this. It's an amazing draft all around.
And it's great for like the thing I credited last year's class to was the NBA people, because they love to talk about the stars, forget that 90% to 95% of the league are role players. And people forget that. Like, yes, everyone wants to hit on the superstar, the guy who can change a franchise, the all-star. I understand that. That's the goal. but getting a 3-and-D wing just as important. The Suns need a sniper. They need one bad.
Badly.
The Magic need one bad. Like, those are the things you're looking for. So
absolutely,
this class is great, man. I'm very antsy now. We can 5 minutes away from getting this going.
Yep. Hopefully the last commercial break here before we find out who's going where.
One can only hope, Moses. One can only hope. Yeah, thank you again to the 8 people tuning in. We're excited to see what we've got. Again, our first one on Restream, which is what we're using. So it's cool to go live, get a test out before a longer stream. If Celtics Knicks go 7, Mo, I think we're gonna have to. Well,
let me see. I can give you an answer right now of if that would work.
Okay.
As if the folks of you at home watching don't know, this Friday I'm heading off to an internship in Wyoming. But the pod will still go on. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Next Monday.
That would be Game 7?
Could. Yeah, it would be Game 7 next Monday at 6 o'clock. I probably could. I know that's my first day of training, but I'm sure I'll be back in the evening to hopefully. I would love to stream that.
Even like a finals game or 2.
Yep.
Like, but it doesn't even matter the one because it's finals basketball. But I think, Mo and I want to have some more streams and opportunities to go live. And if people want to connect and comment, things like that, that'll be great. Quick promo, because I haven't made an announcement on our YouTube. Episode 1 of the Stay True Wrestling podcast is out now. You can subscribe at Stay True Wrestling with my buddy Chris. We're streaming every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on his channel, and he will still be making appearances over here on videos. But if you want to listen to me rant about wrestling and things like that, you'll know where to find me. That has zero impact on this channel. We're still going to be uploading, streaming the exact same, but some more content going on for anyone wanting to tune in. Sneak peek. We're talking about John Cena's heel turn and kind of the disappointment Chris and I are feeling with that in the video. So there's a little sneak peek for what we're talking about on Wednesday, but it's almost draft time, man. We're almost here. 9 viewers again. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you very much.
Currently, if you come in after the fact to see us react, thank you again. We're here.
Dude, and haven't touched on this yet, but for the first time in the last few drafts, I would say a lot more collegiate talent coming out at least early. There's there are some Euro players that are touted to go, late first, second round, but a lot more college guys dominating the top of the rankings here, which is pretty sweet, because I feel like it's hard to watch those Euro guys. As amazing as they've been the last few seasons, at least the top ones, and even Jokic sneaking through there. It's hard to study up on them and watch. We can watch a highlight reel before the draft once they're drafted and kind of get a taste, but we're normally watching these college guys at least a game, if not through March Madness. We just know a lot more about them, so it's pretty cool to see.
I haven't even thought of that, but you're totally right, where it does feel like you're getting more college talent in this draft. I'm very excited, man. One thing I wanted to point out as I have this video pulled up, why isn't Nico Harrison representing the Mavs? Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Thank you for pointing that out, because I actually wanted to talk about some of the guys here representing. We got Zion for the Pelicans, McCain for the Sixers, Akeem for the Rockets, Buzelis for the Bulls.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty for the
I'm
young
excited
guys.
for him, man. I loved him getting drafted last year, and
Yep.
I loved what I was seeing when he was getting his opportunities to play. I think he'll be a great piece in Chicago.
I agree, man.
Hopefully,
He's yeah. He's got the confidence, got the sauce to do so. Just gotta
he does.
keep expanding, keep improving, and he'll be around for a while.
That white boy can jump. I will tell you that right now.
Yeah.
He gets up. He gets up.
Okay, bub.
Come on, bub. Here we go. Sorry if the clap was loud, anybody. I don't know.
No, that was
I
perfect.
forgot that my mic is right here. Okay, cool.
That was perfect. At least to me. Let me see where my volume. Yeah, my volume's pretty high. I think we're good. Sorry if it startled anyone though, for sure.
Yeah, woke someone.
we might get.
Hey. All right, and I will be updating the tier maker pick by pick, making a note of that.
It's starting at 14, right? And then once we get in, I saw it like once we get into the top 4, it's gonna go backwards or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 14.
All right. 14. Oh, they have 2. So.
Wow. Okay. He's kind of hurt, but.
All right. Oh, Hawks at 13.
Hey. Okay. Sack keeps pick.
Oh, Bulls. No jump.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's Blazers. All right.
Zealous. He was mean. They are building though. They are building.
Here goes the Mavs. Oh, damn. Well, there goes one of my.
Ooh.
Still a top 10 pick. Phoenix is gonna bite.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That hurts. That definitely hurts.
Where in the world are the? Oh, it's purple. There they are.
I didn't realize they routed.
Sixers are losing their pick. Right? Brooklyn at 8. I think they announced that. Am I tripping? I guess we'll see. The Mavs are.
Wait.
Oh, no.
Wait. Why are the Mavs still in this?
Yeah, no. The Mavs are.
Why are the Mavs? Yeah, wait. Wait a second.
Oh, no. Wizards.
Wait a second.
Yes. They messed
They're
up.
Not going to get away with this.
The Sixers are moving up. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, they messed up. They said the Sixers are losing their pick, but no, they're not.
No, they're good. Well, they're good.
Coop smiling.
I can't hear it. So
no way. Oh my goodness, Mo. The Jazz at 5.
Bro. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, baby. The Mavs. Look at Jared McCain mean mugging. Don't reward the Mavs for their BS.
Dude.
Adam Silver, I need you to step in.
2 out of the top 3 projected to get the 1 dropped to 5 and 6. Wow. Is that what?
Yeah, we can now that we've got a commercial break and we can look at this. The Spurs are in the top 4. So whenever they come up, I'm gonna move them from 14. Obviously, we will remember they're at 14 too.
Yep.
Big losers for the Wizards and Jazz. Big losers. Unreal. That is devastating. Another bad fall for the Jazz. They just cannot win. That's terrible.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that is that's like sickening.
That, bro, if you're a Jazz fan, like, this is heartbreaking. And I almost feel like they didn't pull the trigger on some trades throughout the year because they were hoping they were going to set a Cooper Flagg up with a team that has some options. Now I think you got to get busy. You got to get busy.
It's going to be a lot. Yeah, it's going to be an active off season, or at least it should be.
Yeah. Wow. So we've got Spurs, Mavs, Sixers, and Hornets are the top 4.
The Hornets, the highest remaining odds at 1.
Yeah, the Hornets are feeling good. The Hornets are feeling good, dude, because if you've got the highest odds left.
I cannot believe, dude, the 76. They're going to get a great player now, no matter what, bro.
No matter what. No matter what.
That's disgusting. Like, I'm just hurt. I get it would be cool to see Coop in the East as much as I wouldn't as a Celtics fan. Because I know down the line I'm going to be eating those words. But I'm fine. Okay, the Mavs cannot get rewarded for this blasphemy. And the Sixers are my bias I don't want. The Grizzlies, that would be lit. That would be pretty fire.
It's Spurs, Hornets, Mavs, Sixers. That's what we're sitting with. Yeah. Ignore them. Ignore them. No, we can move the Spurs.
They're not even in the lottery
now. No, they're not.
They were another team who has never had a number 1 pick. That's why they're on my mind.
I was watching Bill Simmons' podcast today, and they were talking about teams that haven't gotten a number 1 pick. So
yeah,
it's wow. Listen, big win for the Sixers, regardless.
And the Sixers, bro. Yeah, damn,
dude,
massive jumps. The Dallas Mavericks are currently on the biggest rise.
Yeah.
1
big. They're the Hawks.
Yeah, they are. They're the Hawks of last season. Which, Luka, Atlanta, Mavs. This is the timeline, the dots. We're playing connect the dots here, and it's starting to form a little painting of some fraudulence is what I'm sensing.
Keep cooking. Keep cooking, Mo. We see through the lies of this league.
They're showing the frozen envelope. Like I see right.
What are we doing? Yeah, he's going to San Antonio now. We already know where Cooper Flagg is ending up. I've seen enough.
Which I guess we did say it would be sick. So
we did, and I wouldn't even be mad.
Mm-hmm.
So
if I'm out west, I'm pretty pissed off.
Bro,
Wemby and Cooper Flagg, like
I'm demanding when the league expands that we get moved out east.
They can't protect one of those guys. They has to go to Vegas. They have to be on the new team.
Yeah, but they have to.
You could only protect one of your top stars. Anyone else is open.
Yeah,
dude.
Here we go. Don't go to the Hornets. I don't want to see him with the Hornets because I feel like it leaves him in no man's land.
Yeah. Like who
personally?
That team. I agree. Like, who is Brandon Williams and LaMelo? Okay, let me lock.
Oh my goodness, Mo, we called it. Hornets 4. What is it? Sixers 3. No way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord.
I'm speechless. I'm actually unbelievable. That is unbelievable. 1.8%.
You know what would be amazing? You know what would be amazing for Cooper Flagg? If he got to play with Luka Doncic. Oh my goodness. Zach, what's good, boy? No shot. Dallas got the first pick. Brother, I'm speechless.
That's
I'm
insane.
like,
it's actually absurd. I mean, congrats to Dallas.
I have to let me get something off now because we're going to talk about this in a lot of videos now. Let me get this off now. This doesn't justify the Luka trade. I hope that there isn't a soul out there who does feel that way, but to make things very, very clear, this is pure luck.
This is one of the luckiest displays I've ever seen. That was the 4th lowest odds in history since they've started the lottery.
Dude, I cannot believe that happened, Mo. And the Hornets.
Dude, the Hornets just got.
All the top 3.
Wizards, Jazz, Hornets in a row.
4, 5, and 6. That is unbelievable.
Spurs at 2 and 14. Oh, there's no. Okay, never mind. I'm getting out of hand. I just thought Spurs trade pick 2 and pick 14, and they throw something else in, and they get Giannis Antetokounmpo. And
I had that same thought. Moses, you're cooking with fire. This week we're putting out a Giannis video because
we are.
Spurs are now a team I have serious. They already have the youth to trade.
I'm thinking, like, because they draft Bailey or Harper there. Yeah, they're probably going to be good. But after Castle's rookie season, I'm not, like, respectfully, I'm not taking minutes away from him to develop. Dude, like, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Dude, I
wonder what he's saying.
I can't believe it. I know. I turned the sound off the sound off to
you
process
guys would hear every word, and we'd get demonetized, and we'd probably get banned.
The YouTube it doesn't matter if you have 0 viewers. They're the YouTube snipers out there taking care of business.
They're there. I think he just said, "Man, I wish I got to play with Luka." Oh,
yeah.
Sorry,
man. I can't wait to go to Dallas and play with. Big win for the Spurs.
Unreal.
Big win for the Sixers, man. I know they're not going to be as touted because they didn't get 1, but getting pick 3 once the dust settles on realizing Cooper Flagg is a Maverick.
Dude,
that
unbelievable.
Is great for Philly. Biggest losers, Wizards, Jazz, Hornets, by far.
By far. That sucks. That really sucks.
Like, the teams that, and I have to come clean. I didn't want to see him in Utah at all. Like, literally, I had 0 interest in that. I didn't want to see him in Charlotte. So the Wizards are the only team where I did, like, kind of have an interest in a top team odds-wise landing him.
Yeah.
I said at the start of the stream, I'm a man who loves drama. We just got the most dramatic outcome.
We just got it. Dude, wow. Unreal. Yeah, that Spurs jump is impressive. The Mavericks, that is an all-timer. Yeah, Yeah, we literally spoke it into existence. We've seen crazier lotteries. This is one of the craziest ones that I can recall in my lifetime seeing live. It's pretty. Yeah.
If there was ever one we were going to go live for, this was the biggest, the one. Like the Wemby one, the Zion draft, the Braun draft, obviously, but seeing a jump this big in a class that has one of the best collegiate prospects we've ever seen. The brother doesn't turn 19 until December.
He's 18 years old.
Yeah, he is 18 because he's playing a year up. He's 18, turns 19 in December. That is unbelievable.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess there's a lot. I don't know who's free agent. I don't know what the rest of Dallas is looking like. Are they a play-in team? Are they a playoff team? Yeah. They got it. I would say at least play-in. They might even they might be 6.
I think so too. And this is pure luck. This is not Nico defense. I'm going to reiterate that the entire time. Yeah, this is luck.
Insane. Dude, yeah, he's the biggest winner of tonight.
What if he doesn't take Coop?
He takes Ron Harper because his ex-NBA dad, he trusts he's going to be NBA ready.
He wants Malawaj from Duke because he wants to see the defense. He loves his defensive intensity and rebounding. I really like Malawaj out of Duke, but
yeah, he's like, I've seen a lot of people say, Knipple was the best player for Duke he takes Knipple or something.
Dude, this is the literally craziest outcome we could have gotten, and it did not disappoint. I'm going to be racking my brain on a mock draft immediately. Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, we got to start cooking. We got to start. Dude, that is yeah, man. I'm seriously speechless. Like,
yeah.
What if that is the fleece of the century?
Dude, I got Chris, Stay True Wrestling, my other podcast buddy. We've got us all clumped in here. Yeah, big win. Big win for Dallas. Crazy, crazy stuff. Putting the Knicks thing in chat is crazy. I'm going to ignore that you have that. He texted me after game 1 a photo of Jalen Brunson at like 9 in the morning with no other text. So it's free smoke there. That is absurd. Zach said the league is scripted.
The league is scripted.
I mean, bro, dude, like,
I don't blame you.
No, man. That's terrible, man. And
none. You're telling me none of the 3 projected to get the 1 weren't even top 3? Top, like, bro.
Unbelievable. Like, dude, if I'm a Wizards, Jazz, Hornets fan, I'm seriously like crying, like unironically, am in tears at this very moment.
Because what are we supposed to do? What does the league want us to do, man? No one wants to come here. If they do come here, they end up sucking because we've been in sucky systems with people who don't care, and it's a rebuild. We'll be better years down the line. No one cares. What are we supposed to do? It's
it's terrible stuff, man. And
oh my gosh, I remember hearing something about Texas, getting bigger into the casino scene and sports books popping up. The top 2 teams in
Oh man.
Ah man, I'm off. I'm off. That just dude. I wish it was flipped. I wish the Spurs got the one. I can't lie. This is
dude. For pure, but again, dude, we're gonna get Cooper Flagg, Victor Wembanyama battles in Texas. Now,
yeah, the Battle of Texas is on.
Again, I'm a man who loves his drama. This is as dramatic as you ever could get. So, what a win for the Mavs. What a terrible, heartbreaking slide for the Wizards, Hornets, Jazz. Great win for the Sixers, getting top 3, not only keeping your pick, getting top 3 in a great draft class. Big move for the Spurs.
Huge.
The Rockets are what? Are they 10th or they're 10th? That still keeps them in the Durant sweepstakes, in my opinion. Having that 10th pick. Crazy stuff.
Like, again, we said, like, it's not all Cooper. Like, I'm sure Washington, I'm sure Utah, I'm sure Charlotte is going to get a great player at 4, 5, 6. But that's just it's a generational talent that's 18 years old.
Like, yeah, that's seriously heartbreaking. Too, because again, if Dallas stays intact and they don't trade Luka and you bring Cooper Flagg there to play with Kyrie
I just
and
got
Derek Lively and Flagg together, like, and they're still a playoff team. Still a playoff team with him, but
dude, wow. AD and Flagg, man.
It totally opens.
Flagg. Yeah, they're back in business. Like we said that Luka move was gonna set them back for years. Even if they managed to figure it out and win a ring this season, it set them back for years. That it's not entirely gone, but a lot of that has been erased off the board.
Dude, and that's the thing too. People want to do let me clarify one thing. To Mavericks fans, those that have stuck through this insane trade, this insane last couple months of booing Nico Harrison, of the entire NBA fandom laughing at you for what happened, not the fans, or extending an olive branch to join another team. I'm happy for you guys. You deserve something to smile. Something to smile about.
100%.
And listen, there's very few consolation prizes bigger than Cooper Flagg. So, congrats to Nico Harrison. You are a lucky bastard. Lucky. There's no other word to describe you other than lucky. So, congrats, Mavs fans. To Nico, you are beyond lucky. And that's it. That's
yeah, dude. I don't know what to say.
That's the lottery. I'm so glad we went live for it.
I'm glad this was as you said, a good first live back. If we were to live stream anything, this was a great one. My goodness.
Big win for Dallas. We will have a lottery. Now I really want to do a mock draft. I'm going to be cooking up mock drafts.
I'm about to be spamming. Right. Yeah.
So we'll definitely do a video within the next week. We'll do a Giannis video as well within the last week because it is starting to pick up some momentum. We got the report from Shams earlier that for the first time in his career, he's exploring the idea of a trade.
Yeah.
And that is open. Not that he's requested one, but his brain is at least allowing him to go there. So we'll have that. We'll have mock draft stuff. Again, you can catch me every Wednesday at 4:00. Stay True Wrestling. Commented on the video. So easy link there. But
yep.
Wow. All I can say is wow, Moses.
Truly just a storybook ending for, I guess, the Mavs fans. Nico, congrats, man. You live to see another day.
Dude, I'm looking at the comments for the first time. The top comment is the NBA is officially turned into WWE. Like, that is a full scripted storyline. But congrats again to the Mavs. Congrats to Cooper Flagg for not having to go to Utah. But yeah, crazy. Sorry. Crazy stuff, though. Crazy stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, we want to do more lives like this. We'll do at least a game or two over the course of these playoffs. Maybe one in the conference finals, one in the finals. And if one of these series goes 7 games, I would love to be here to stream it. So
yeah,
we'll see how that turns out. But
yes, sir.
Great lottery. Great lottery.
Unbelievable lottery. That's all I got, man. If you're ready to call it.
I'm ready to get a beer in my hand and scream at my Celtics for the next 2.5 hours. So.
I got a lot of built up. I was gonna save this for once the live's over, but it's our channel. I don't really care. The Red Sox, my thing's up there, are playing the Detroit Tigers right now. It's 10-0 in the bottom of the third. Tanner Houck has given up 9 hits, 9 earned runs, 3 walks in 2.1 innings pitched. So go Celtics and everyone. Yeah, let's have a great night. It can only get better.
It can only get better. I mean, if that's the bar.
Okay, wait. It could get a lot worse.
No, it could get worse.
It could get a lot worse.
This is way worse. Dude.
So let's lock in and have a good night. Let's lock in and have a great night.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. To the Mavs, congrats to all these teams. We're going to have tons of NBA draft lottery stuff. As you all know well, we are college basketball guys, so excited for this. Thanks to everyone who tuned in live. Thanks to everyone who tunes in afterwards and wants to see us react to Cooper Flagg. But wow, what a win. Crazy day for the NBA. And go Celtics. 2-2 coming soon, baby. We'll see you in Game 5 on Wednesday.
Yep, we'll see you Game 5.
Love you guys. Peace out.
Peace out, everyone.